everybody. Welcome back. It is another episode of Dadcast. We are live on location at the Hall in Grants Pass. I am JP. He is Nick Martin. How are you, bud?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, man. I'm liking these new stands you got us.
They're awesome. This is so much better than having some weird...
Yeah, it's portable. I can just plant it right here and I can chit-chat.
They look
Fantastic.
Yeah, I'm getting a workout. Just saying.
Good
So
weapons.
we got a couple of really awesome special guests today, local guys, friends of ours. I'd like to introduce to you first Randy Fisher. He is the former president of the Grants Pass Boatnik, or Grants Pass Active Club,
all good.
who puts on Boatnik and all the good stuff. And with us, the current president, the grand ruler, the exalted one himself, Mr. Tim Lowe. How are you guys?
I'm good now, but
I was good till I heard that introduction.
yeah, I think I'm probably going to get fined for that.
No, it's
but
all good. Not doing great.
Hey, for the record, that's all me.
Yeah.
Okay. If there's any fines that need to be levied upon, don't send them his way. Don't send them my way. Just let it slide.
Just let it, yeah.
Forget that
let it go.
he's the president. Okay, we'll leave it at that.
I'm pretty sure an exalted...
It's like Bitcoin.
ruler
It just kind of
is like
sits
an
out
Elks
there.
Lodge
Yeah,
thing.
you don't know
He's
what
what?
it is.
Pretty sure an
but
exalted ruler leader is like an Elks Lodge thing.
It is. It is.
Yes,
It is.
Probably nothing to do with the active
My-
club.
not even close.
My father was an exalted ruler at one point in time.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he's got a little funny hat and everything.
Dude, I want a funny hat. Let's do it.
You're already wearing one.
Whatever.
Funny hats.
Have you looked in the mirror?
Gentlemen, today we are going to talk a little bit about being dads and a lot of bit about what's happening very, very soon here locally in Grants Pass with the Grants Pass Active Club and all that good stuff. So with that being said, the very first question, I'm going to present it to Tim.
Yes, sir.
Are you a dad?
I am.
Talk to us. How many kids you got?
I have two. The oldest is 17, and the youngest is going to be 16 here in another week.
Boys? Girls?
Both boys.
Okay.
Both boys, yeah.
Did anything strange happen about 12 and a half, almost 13, when puberty set in and they started, I don't know, becoming rebellious and defying you? Because I'm literally going through that with my son, and it's just happened within the past couple of weeks. It's starting to rear its ugly head.
Yes, with my youngest a little bit, he's a pretty good kid. I have to admit that he doesn't cause me too much grief. But my oldest is autistic, so he's pretty quiet.
Right.
And there's no rebellious nothing in there. It's as long as he has his YouTube and he's good to go.
All right, does he have a YouTube channel?
No, but my youngest does.
Okay, all right, we've got to get him going on. Randy Fisher.
Yes.
Are you a dad?
I am. I have a boy, a
Yep.
girl, and a stepdaughter.
Okay.
My oldest boy or my only boy, lives here with me. He is, I can't remember, 29. My daughter, 24, she's up in Eugene, and she's a commercial artist, doing great.
You're showing your age, Randy.
Yes, I am. I'm 55, and I'm not ashamed. I earned this gray.
Absolutely.
I'm telling you.
All you guys talking about earning grays.
I'm dying.
I've earned mine, but I'm not willing and ready to accept that earning. So I
Well, I
diet.
get called salt and pepper quite a bit. I don't know if that's good, bad.
But you see, with you guys, and I've said this on the podcast before, it comes out gray. Mine is like clear. It's like if I didn't dye it, you couldn't. It's like see through, and it's not unless I grow it out crazy Santa Claus style. It's disgusting, and I hate it.
The
But
funny thing is, the more stuff you got going on with the kids,
The more clear it gets?
Yeah, the clearer it gets. You call me, and we video chat, and I'm like, JP, where's your beard?
and I'm like, bro, it's there.
It's there.
It's there.
Depends on the lighting.
Right.
So you're today.
So, as your journey as fathers, mostly no hiccups.
No, not really for me. I mean, my youngest, he had asthma as a kid, and for some reason it's disappeared. He must have grown out of it or whatever. A few hospital visits here and there for that, and that was fun. But that's been pretty much it. They've been really good. I got blessed with those two.
Okay. I have a question for both of you, and you can answer first or last. It doesn't matter who goes first on this. This is very new news for me. It is fresh history, and I want to know what you guys would do in this situation that happened to me, and I haven't done anything about it yet. So, I mean,
here we go.
preempt with that.
Let you take
Last week, my son came. I got a call from the school.
Oh, yeah.
And I had to go down there and pick him up, and he's with the principal. He was on the receiving end of a very nasty sucker punch on the playground. And after getting all the stories, and essentially what happened, they're playing flag football, and this punk-ass kid, I'll even say it, I hope you're watching, parents, basically trucked him, tackled him playing flag football. You're not supposed to do that. Now, I get it. Boys will be boys. It's a playground, you know. And then he started running his mouth. You know, this is my house. And rah, like standing over him after he knocked him down. So my son got up, pushed him off, said, why are you doing that? And the kid just, bam, just hauled off and socked him right in the eye.
Wow.
Ended up fracturing his orbital and part of his bridge of his nose.
Yeah.
And it was pretty brutal. Now, I'm like, it's just a black eye, no big deal. It's boys are boys, it'll happen. But Mama, she went mama bear and flipped out, and now won't let him do sports for 6 months because the fracture needs to heal and this and that and yada, yada, yada. What do you do in that situation? How do you handle the school? Do you do anything at all? I mean, what do you do?
Man, that's a tough one because this is different times than when I was a kid.
Exactly.
So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Even
my dad would have
kids.
flat out told me, you need to go and make sure that kid knows who you are.
Yeah, finish
Right.
business.
But you can't do that anymore. So,
Right.
and I have experience because what grade is your son in?
He is in 7th grade.
7th grade. I broke this whole thing right there playing football out on the grass
Right.
during lunch hour. And I collided with somebody. Nobody punched me or anything like that. But yeah, he's a lucky kid if he didn't punch that thing all the way through.
Yeah, I mean,
It looked it looks awesome, gnarly. but
Yeah,
awesome.
I had it wasn't just a black eye. It was a black night. So
Oh, yeah.
there's a hole that goes through your cheekbone, and when I broke it snapped it. So I didn't feel any of it. I had no idea what was going on. And I sat there. I'm like, hey, let's go play some more. My friend just looks at me and goes, yeah, no, your face
Yeah.
is
You're
caved
done.
in.
it's just, I wanted
Oh my God.
someone needed to be held accountable.
Yeah.
The kid needed to be suspended. You don't. I get it,
Did
but
the kid get suspended?
I'm pretty sure. I don't know for sure at this moment in time.
I'm sure the school's not going to hand out the parent's phone number either.
Right.
So.
And
No,
I,
they can't
and I took a
do
step
that.
back and I kind of let Mama, trying to let her handle this, because if I get involved, it could be worse. It could be. I just don't know.
Think
But
with the times now, though, like the whole anti-bullying thing,
Right.
That
Yeah.
the school should have stepped in immediately.
and that's what I'm concerned about,
Yeah.
because there's been more instances with this
Yeah.
particular school with things that have happened, and not even a
Man,
day
that's
later,
tough.
he gets sent a video from one of his friends at the bus right outside school after class, and another kid just who towers over some other 7th grader, and they're videotaping it and putting on Snapchat of this other kid getting bullied and pushed into the bus and whatnot. And I'm just, why?
See, this is
Where you at,
This
people?
is where they need to allow the parents to go and kick each other's asses. it starts.
Yeah.
at home, because
Yeah.
you
Like
gotta-
my
you gotta
dad
teach your
said,
kids,
he'd
yeah.
let myself, my brother, we'd fight. He goes, good, I'll take on the winner. And that solved it right there.
Yep.
But like you said, times are different.
It's
Yeah.
this dad thing, man. It's it can be pretty difficult at times.
Especially
It is.
in this day and age, you have to watch what you do, or
Even
your
like-
ass
even
is on
what
the line.
you say. Too.
Yeah,
Like my daughter has had some stuff where boys that she's dated have said some not so good things or done some not so good things, and it's like you can't just call them up and call them bad names and yell
Yeah.
at them.
Well, you can.
you can.
Oh,
with,
you can, but
I'm still
Yeah,
old
but-
school. Yeah.
I can get in more trouble for that than what the kid did, and it's just like,
It's
oh.
sad. Yeah,
Yeah.
what it's turned into.
Yeah,
Man.
exactly.
All I got to say, I'm glad my kids are old enough now that we're through that. And I told them I am no rush to be a grandfather. No rush.
And
that would be
you know,
so fun if you were.
your clock's ticking, man. It's
Yeah.
about that time, give or take,
I'm
right?
okay. I don't have the clock that the females have. Oh my gosh, I got to have. No,
Right,
nope,
but-
I'm good. No.
But the numbers you told me earlier, it's
Yeah.
more likely to happen now over the next couple of years than it was 5 years ago. That's for damn sure.
That's true. That's true.
So, all right,
Of course,
Grandpa.
I got a lot of friends though my age that have like 4 or 5 grandkids.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh
it's
my
still
gosh.
very strange to me that I went to high school with people and they have 3 or 4 grandchildren.
Yeah,
That
right?
flips
Yeah.
me out.
Right, I know.
I don't like that at all. I'm like,
Right. Nick's going to be one of those guys soon.
Yeah, I will be soon. My oldest is 25 or 26.
Oh, boy.
In the Army, doing what Army guys do. And it's-
If
Well,
thankfully,
thank him for his service. by
Yes.
the
I
way,
will.
Seriously.
yeah, and tell them to wrap it
Yeah.
up and be careful too.
Yeah, be very
Exactly.
careful.
Yeah. There's that.
Nick almost became one of those statistics where he had a daughter who was older or younger than his granddaughter.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's
Yeah, he just had a kid, and imagine if that would have happened.
Wow.
yeah,
that is.
Yeah, it's hard to wrap your brain around, right?
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Yeah, my head.
brother and sister, but
My mom did that. I have two little sisters. I have a little brother and a little sister that are the same age as my younger kids. So that's really weird.
yeah.
It's very strange.
You're like uncle sister or uncle brother
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
something.
It's like, what are you doing, Mom? You're done.
I'm 9 years older than my brother and 15 years older than my sister, and my parents are still married. So it was
There you go.
very.
Yeah, making me do math again. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I don't want you taking your shoes
So
off.
bottom line, it's to answer that question is we're just playing it safe.
Man, I could only imagine what my wife would do in that situation. I would probably have to take a step back from thinking about what happened and make sure she's not going over the top.
Yeah. Well, and let her go over that. She's just being protective, and
Yeah,
that's fine.
absolutely.
But it's just, my poor kid. He's just
That's rough.
He's not. I wouldn't for lack of a better way to put it, he's not like a wuss or anything. But at the same time, he's also not very aggressive. He's a nice, good, sensitive
Just
kid.
a good kid.
That's how my kids are. They're not
And
aggressive
the
at all.
fact that it happened to him, that bruised his ego. And then, of course, 2 nights later, I took him to see Creed 3. And now he's like, Dad, I got to get back into boxing. And now he's walking over the house and, shadow boxing, everything. I'm like, kid, I get it. But, it's at least he's doing okay. It's healing up. He doesn't seem to be too mentally ruined over it. Granted, we haven't put him back into school yet because, we're giving that time off and whatnot. But kids are cruel.
Oh, yeah.
And,
especially that age.
yeah.
That is a brutal.
And he can.
year.
He was a kid that got his ass kicked. It's like, bro, the guy sucker punched him, broke his orbital bone, and
that's a hard
and
hit.
then he went down, and then that was it. He really didn't have a chance to get up and fight back, even if he wanted to, because supervisors then showed up, et cetera, and now he's the kid who lost the fight when it wasn't a fight, and that as a dad is like, oh. I kind of wish he had gotten up and gotten a lick or two in. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
anywho, that's the life of JP as of recent.
That's a tough one. It's. Whew.
Yeah, I'll show you a picture when we're done here.
Yeah.
Oof, it's he looked like Rocky, the end of Rocky 1, man.
Yeah, that was the
Except
one,
no
one
makeup.
reason I didn't become a boxer. It was at the end of Rocky. Did you see his face?
Yes.
So that.
I
pretty
thought
much-
because you got your ass kicked all the
Well,
time.
well, maybe that too. But
Sorry,
yeah, you
I-
see that Rocky's face in those movies. It's like, oh
Yeah, why do you want to do that on purpose?
no,
Right.
thank you.
Because I'm a fighter,
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's talk Grants Pass Active Club.
Yes.
I'll let either of you take the lead, but first, give us a history. What's the Grants Pass Active Club all about?
I'm going to pass this to Tim because he's actually been in a lot longer.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've been in for a bit.
And he's the Grand Wizard.
The
So-
Grand, now I'm a
Something
wizard.
like Grand Poopah. Or, yeah, whatever we were. Grand Pooper. Or, yeah.
So we started in 1959. That's the first Boatnik. I believe we had it was called the Gladiola Parade before that. And so in 1959 when they started, they needed to come up with this catchy name, and that was of course the same time that Sputnik was being launched.
Okay.
So that the boat races and then
Yeah,
Sputnik,
yeah.
and thus we have
So that's
Boatnik.
Russia for all the youngsters
Yeah.
out there that don't.
Google it.
It has
Yeah.
nothing to do with beatniks at all.
Nothing at all.
Everybody says, "Oh, it's like Beatnik." No, it's like Sputnik. Well, what? Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've been doing this every Memorial Day weekend. We have all the races on the river, the carnival, and all that fun stuff, and all the money, every dime of it, because all of us Active Club members are volunteers, goes to the kids of Josephine County, from some medical needs to scholastic needs, you name it. We're there to help out.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's awesome.
It is. It's nice. It's fun to be able to help these kids.
I love me some Boatnik, man. Because
it's
as you
fun.
guys know, I have a career in radio, and I've worked at numerous different places. And one of the highlights to me, Boatnik in Oregon, was the start of summer.
Yes.
Yes.
The unofficial start of summer, even though it's not quite summer yet, close. But just to kick off the festivities, and then
only got a couple
I
of
was
weeks of
always
school left.
right. I was always in the parade, doing our
Mm-hmm.
thing. The Boatnik parade was just, and it was the first of, obviously you got the other one in Medford. I won't name a name right
Yes.
now, but which is a little
Yes.
bit before.
About a month and a
Like
half.
Yeah.
about a month, a month and a half.
But this one up here, it hits differently.
The community's different.
Yeah.
It's close. It's smaller. It's closer. Everybody's tight. Everybody
believe
knows
it-
everybody.
Yeah, believe it or not, it's the second largest private event in the whole state of Oregon, just behind the Rose Festival.
Wow, that's impressive. Well, yeah, and for all those who are unaware, a parade, carnival, concerts,
Yes.
and all. What else?
Boat races, golf shootout. I think we have a
there
pizza
softball
eating
tournament?
contest.
Pizza eating,
We used to have the
ice cream.
softball tournament.
Oh, the
but that
pizza
kinda
eating
went to the-
contest. My radio station used to host that.
And
Yeah.
the best part of this whole event, everything, it's free to get into the
Yes.
park.
Right.
You know, there's no admission until you get to the concert.
Yes.
It's different.
Right.
Concert and Brewfest. There's
We
a
got
Brewfest.
Brewfest.
too.
Yep. Yep.
We also have a free shuttle that we started a few years ago. You go park your car at Josephine County Fairgrounds, and a bus picks you up and drops you right off in the park.
There you go.
It makes it a lot easier because
Yeah.
that's usually the biggest
Yeah,
complaint.
because
is the
they
parking.
run like every 15
Every
minutes.
15 minutes, there's
Yeah.
a bus through there.
At the park.
Nice.
Picking up,
Very
dropping
cool.
off. Picking up, dropping off.
Doing good. Now let's hope it's not sweltering hot out, because there's been
At
a
least
couple
you didn't say
times.
the other one.
Yeah, we won't go the other direction.
Well, no, we don't mention that.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
use tents for shade.
Yes.
Yes.
That's good.
Exactly.
Shade good.
So, one of the highlights for Boatnik for me every year is the musical acts that you bring in.
Yes.
Go over some of, if you can remember off the top of your head, some of the past acts you've had here at Boatnik.
Well, I think the first one, Andrew Giesman did for us. He was an active club member back in the
Yep.
day.
Yep.
And that was Jack Russell's Great White. And that was a fantastic show. It's kind of a test.
ton of
You were
fun,
kind of
yeah.
a little bit
Yeah.
involved in that. Kind of a little test to see how it went, and it went pretty well. So then I ended up getting the concert chairmanship, and my first one was Warrant.
Yep.
And those guys were fantastic. They put on a good show, had a little bit of rain. What's really ironic, too, is the rain here and the weather here, 30 miles down the road in Medford, is a completely different thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
During that Warrant show, kind of a little bit of drizzle. In Medford, it was pouring down rain. Like the Tesla show that we did a summer show with Tesla.
Right?
And that was fire season.
Yeah.
Smoky everywhere else.
Oh, man.
Except
But
for
here.
here.
But here.
But nobody knows that because everybody's in Medford going, I'm not going to that show. It's too smoky.
Yeah.
It wasn't a lick. As soon as that show got over, within an hour, it socked in. It was amazing. We did Tesla, and that was our first time doing a show outside of the Boatnik realm. And we did Dawkin. Those guys were fun. And then the COVID hit. We didn't have one for 2 years. And then we did Stephen Piercy.
Yep.
And
Of
those
Rat.
guys, those guys were a lot of fun. Randy took them around on golf carts through the
They want a
the
carnival ride.
Yeah,
they want
it was.
Carney food. It's like, all right, I'm your guy.
Let's go.
Now, I'm noticing a theme here so far with all these acts.
Yes.
Is that a personal thing that you guys booked because you dig the glam rock of the 80s,
No,
or is
It's more financial.
okay?
Those
Well, it's
are
easier to sell tickets too for
Yeah.
those acts.
Yep, and people know who they are. When
Yeah.
you get somebody that maybe has one song, your attendance isn't going to be
Right.
nearly as well as having that established name. So yeah, that's some of it. This year we have we've kind of changed a little bit. We have John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band.
Yeah, I was just about to say. I said, who do we have coming to town this year?
And he is, of course, the voice behind the movies Eddie and the Cruisers.
Yep.
And he did some other soundtracks. I think one of his songs was on a Rocky soundtrack and some other stuff. And then opening for him is the former lead singer of Boston, who is Fran Cosmo. And so he's going to be doing all Boston songs and having a good time. And that's the Friday, May 26th.
Okay.
And then we give you a break on Saturday. You come down to the Brewfest, have some fun. And on Sunday, we still have Brewfest, but it gets over a little early. And then Sebastian Bach of Skid Row. will be here.
Boom.
Yeah. That's going to be...
Yeah.
It's going to be loud.
Yes, it is. Can we go past 10 o'clock?
Yeah, we're right at. Yes, we're right at it.
There's a time limit?
Yeah,
So for those who are not aware, you children out there who may be watching this or listening to this right now, look up Sebastian Bach. He is from one of the premier bands of the 80s, Skid Row. Tons of hits.
Yes.
Man, 18 in Life.
Dude still sounds amazing too.
Yeah, he does. He sounds.
Oh my god. Yeah.
He's tall.
And his hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got good hair. I'm pretty
I think
jealous of
his
that.
hair is taller than some
Yeah.
people. I
Yeah,
know.
mine's falling
It's funny. I just Jimbo Harris.
Yes,
I just said if
he's opening for Sebastian. Bach.
right if Sebastian doesn't show up, we can just
Yeah,
have
just
Jimbo
plug
keep
him
going.
right in.
Just do a quick change, have him
well,
come
get
back
like a
out.
stepladder.
Yeah.
Yeah, just put him on some stilts.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go, Jimbo.
Yeah.
If need be, we need you to come through for us.
Those guys always. They're so emissaries, an absolute blast. Those guys
Yeah.
are great. They come, they show up, they rock, and no issues. They're great.
Love it,
Looking
man.
forward to
So
that.
it's looking like this year's Boatnik's going to be one to write home about once again.
Yeah, it's going to be big.
What is the first event that kicks off this thing?
The first event is usually the fireworks, and we have golf on Friday, right? I just so much going through my head.
There's a lot that goes on, but actually on Thursday they got family night.
Yeah,
It starts
family
off
night.
with the carnival.
Yep.
You got that. And
Yep.
And it sounds like we're just gonna have boats running all weekend.
Yes.
Nice.
We have an interesting
Yes.
boat thing this year too. We have, I believe that is on Friday. Is
It does
the,
start Friday,
The
yes.
kids are going to be out there in some boats.
Yeah, like mini hydros or
Yeah.
something.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's the first time we've ever done it, so
Yeah.
I can't really speak much on it because I've never seen it. So
Is there ambulances and protection and parents nearby?
you know what? These are mostly kids of the drivers that are already
Right.
participating in Boatnik. So these kids already know what they're doing.
I envision toddlers in my head going
Yeah.
down in motorboats
I'm
down the
pretty
Rogue
sure we're
River,
talking, 15, 16-year-olds, I would imagine, something like that.
Okay, that works out better in my head.
Yeah.
Right, Nick? Can you picture,
can see
Liam?
them, yeah.
Just
Oh, dude, he'll just jump in a boat and be like, where the hell did my kid go?
Yeah, those
There he
guys
is.
are wired differently.
Yeah, it is.
It's wow.
Need for speed, man. And on the water?
Yeah.
Yeah, those hydro boats, you're on your knees just hanging onto a steering wheel.
Yeah, no thanks.
It's 70, 80 miles an hour.
Yeah.
No,
Nick, you're not one for speed.
No, I'm not.
I had the opportunity in a full-fledged, authentic Cobra, not a Mustang, but an actual Cobra, original built, like 454 in Vegas with a buddy of ours. And he took me on that thing, and it was just violent.
Yeah.
And we get back, and I'm like, Nick, let's go. He's like,
I watched you
nope.
take off. I was like, hell no. I was like, no. I'm all, dude, your head hit the back of the seat so hard. Nope.
And what did I say?
You said it was fun.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, no.
Years ago, I got to get in one of them sprint boats, or the ones that do the buoy course in front of the sponsors tent. Wow, it was. Yeah, 1 second you're looking forward, the next second you're looking completely the other direction. That
Right.
quick.
And you're not even trying.
No,
Just-
no. I just made one mistake. I didn't wear sunglasses, so every
teared?
bugs.
Oh,
bugs
yeah,
hitting you,
yeah,
pelting you
yeah.
in the face, but yeah, that was an absolute blast. 75 miles an hour towards a bridge pylon, and then all of a sudden you're facing upriver. It was unreal.
I love Boatnik so much, and the sounds and the smell.
The smells.
Oh man, you get a little fuel and then like carny food mixed
Yep.
together
Yes.
at the same time. I don't think you get that anywhere else on the planet.
No,
Walking by the beer tent and the carny food. Oh, dude,
yeah.
that's like great memories right there for me.
It's yeah, I can't. We get all the a bunch of food down at the sponsor tent and stuff like that. I'll still walk out and go get a corn dog.
Yeah, yeah.
It's,
Oh, yeah.
got to do it.
Okay, I'm going to bring up some negativity here. I hope not. I think, and maybe not. But how have we recovered from COVID? Because there was a couple years there where Boatnik didn't happen, and I was very sad.
We only missed 1 year.
Was it 1 year?
Just 1 year.
Okay.
Yeah, because.
And is everything good? I mean,
Yeah, we're fine.
okay.
Yeah.
Last year was awesome. It was,
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
great.
last year was full bore, and the year
Yeah.
before, we kind of had to scale it down.
Right.
It's because we put it together in 13 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I remember sitting on pins and needles. Is it going to happen? Is it going to happen?
I was
Are we doing
VP
this?
that year,
Yep.
Yeah.
and our president then, Travis, him and I knew more city members than I want to mention. It was a nightmare. It was meeting after meeting, and all of a sudden it's like, boom, it came together.
So is
Yeah.
everything pretty much like wide open now?
Oh,
as
yeah.
far as-
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
here's
everything's
the
good.
funny part and I don't use the C word a lot because I just don't. But when it hit, we had a meeting with, the guy was out of Roseburg. I don't think you were there at the meeting yet. And he was with the, what was the committee that the governor appointed? I'm
Oh,
drawing a blank.
wasn't that OSHA who?
It was OSHA.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was the
So-
clown show, but
Well, that
you know.
too.
Close enough.
So OSHA comes down, and
Right.
this is no joke. So I got to put the mic down to do this. So we asked him, who do we talk to? And it was
Oh yeah, I was at that meeting. I was at that meeting.
no joke.
Right?
So
And
yeah,
he was like, as far as I'm concerned, you guys are good to go. You're outdoors. We have no jurisdiction.
Right.
And we're like, seriously? And it was game on.
yeah, we had
That's awesome.
we had the health department, we had doctors.
We did everything right.
Everything.
We
and
went
there
through the
was
channels.
Yeah.
7 or
We
8 of
talked to
them.
him.
They're all, I don't know, ask him.
Yeah. No, I remember how
Oh, I
crazy it
don't
was
know, ask
for
him.
concerts. I mean, just doing the stuff in Bend and then the Brit festivals. Like, mask up outside. Okay, why?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. It
limit
didn't
the
make any sense.
capacity to 20% capacity. And like,
Yeah.
okay, well, now we can't book any big artists because we can't make the money
Can't
back.
recoup
and
the
it's-
money. Yeah.
Yeah, so it was a touch and go nightmare for 2 years of like, okay, man, we've got these bands that want to come through, and we've got these great outdoor venues. Obviously, we can't use them because it's stupid to have a 4,000 seat venue and have 20% capacity with everybody
Yeah.
wearing a mask.
Yeah.
It just
just
didn't make
made no
sense.
sense.
That Tesla show we did was like one of the first around, and that was everybody. My phone was ringing off the hook.
People were dying
Yes.
to, well,
do something.
Yeah.
to get out.
Somebody had to go there.
Let me rephrase.
Yes.
Yeah,
People were really chomping at the bit
Yeah.
to get to a live show.
No, most definitely. Most
Yeah.
definitely.
And yeah, we had a good turnout for that, and it was a great show. And we sat back and watched the sound check because the sound check was the whole entire show.
Yeah.
Because they were breaking in the guitar player that had to fly in.
Oh wow,
So yeah, we got 2 shows for the price of 1.
Well, all right.
that's cool.
That was good.
See if we can pull another one of those this year.
So I'm gonna ask a really dumb question. You
Yeah.
did record on everything, right?
Yes.
Okay, I wasn't paying attention. I'm like, oh my god,
I
we've been
certainly
talking
did.
for 45 minutes and
Yeah. Well, worst case scenario, they decided to stop recording, but at least we got the audio.
exactly.
I can't tell because the cameras are away from me.
I know.
You wanted to set it up this way, and we don't have an executive producer to monitor things while we do the show.
When we get
So
that Joe Rogan
we
money,
fly by the seat of our pants here on
we'll see what
Dadcast.
happens tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll see what happens in a few minutes.
Yeah, there we go.
No, we're
Well,
fine.
evidently,
We're good.
You got these,
I
so
know,
you're on your
we got
way.
these, yeah.
Yeah,
So
these are
we're stepping up in the world.
These are hefty.
They are, it's a little, like I said, they're supposed to be table mounted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we were sitting around a table. We don't even have to be holding these things, but, whatever.
We look
This is
cooler
cool.
holding it.
Yeah, it is.
Right.
I feel like
Right.
like a new age Bob Barker with a gigantic microphone instead of a small one.
Yes.
And you guys got to break them in.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully we didn't break anything. If not, it's Nick's fault.
Yes, it's always Nick's fault.
He was messing with that stuff over there.
Exactly.
Yep. He tends to break he'll break stuff, but I'm the guy who will forget to hit record.
Yeah.
That's why he says it. It's happened twice in like
It's Tom
150
Arnold.
I did
episodes.
see you go over there and mess with it, so
you mess it up one time, you're marked for life.
Yeah,
Well,
but
I mean, it was Tom Arnold, so there's that.
oh
yeah. Well, Tom Arnold gets on and he starts this.
It's
Just,
solid gold too. It's like,
And
dude
we have the audio.
Talked himself into
Yeah.
the deepest hole you could possibly talk yourself.
Yeah, that was a
into.
good
that
episode.
Guy can talk.
I'm
that
like,
was-
Whoa.
But yeah, it's a damn shame I didn't have the video for
I
that.
know.
But maybe we'll get him on again.
I think
Whatever.
the expressions on her face would have just been just priceless, dude. Because he was just like going to town on his ex-wife. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Huh? I've gone through this, bro. Shut up. Shut up.
Yeah, stop
They're going to
talking.
use this against you.
Yeah.
Oh, so far we haven't been told to take it down. So
No.
yeah, that's
Yeah, there's
a
that.
couple years ago. I think
Yeah.
we're in the clear, man.
Dude still
But
has
then
kids.
again, we just brought it up.
Yeah. Haven't seen him in a while. Just saying.
He's all
He's-
over. He's
yeah.
all over Twitter,
Andy's
No.
shooting movies.
and he's
Is he?
He's doing a lot of
just
stuff.
Watched True Lies here about 3 weeks ago.
Such
on
a
TV.
great-
It was a great.
Yeah,
great
he's
movie.
actually going to guest star.
Did you
in
watch
that,
the
too.
TV show True Lies yet?
No.
Yeah.
No.
It's actually
It's
pretty
fun.
good.
It's fun to watch.
He's going to have something to do with that.
There's
I
a
heard.
cameo or two in there.
Yeah.
They showed it in the preview.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So I know it may be a little preemptive to ask this question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Do we have plans for next year yet?
No.
Carnival.
You don't even have
Yeah,
an idea of who
It'll
you'd
be
like to get in?
No, it'll be Boatnik, but yeah, I usually don't get around to that until August,
Okay.
early September.
All right. Well, may
They-
I
they
offer
usually-
my suggestions?
Okay. Yeah.
He's got to do it anyway.
Yeah.
Iron Maiden.
yeah.
It's only $1 million or so,
Yeah.
but I guarantee
They're
the
not
entire.
So can we do a GoFundMe or something?
Well,
They have their own
we're gonna-
jet.
We're going to
They
give
fly
you a
in.
hammer and some nails, and you're going to build this giant stage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
That- yeah.
And
you're going to do it
stadium
for free.
because you're gonna you'll need a lot more room than the
Yeah.
ballpark will hold.
yeah.
you're gonna-
Okay.
You got to have room with Eddie.
Yeah, you're going to have
Yeah.
to pour some
Eddie's going to
concrete.
take up the entire
The
field.
entire-
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
That would be
okay.
If you
fun
guys
show.
did like a nostalgia pop punk night with Bowling for Soup, They have a ton of hits on the radio.
Yeah,
And they're
I'm,
good-
I'm
and they're-
open to
and-
anything.
And Jarrett's a good friend of mine, the singer.
Oh, we should be doing this again on the air. The Iron Maiden was a joke,
Yeah.
and then Nick comes in with the serious.
I'm not joking. I've been talking to Jarrett about coming to Grants Pass. He wants to visit. So Steve Harwell from Smash Mouth actually comes here all the time.
Yeah, they played
And-
at the Cedarwood, if I remember right.
Smash Mouth?
Yeah.
No.
Really?
No,
yeah, this
it was.
man, 10 years.
Yeah, well, it was
7 years ago?
it was a kind of a cover offshoot band with a former member of Smash Mouth, a former member of Sublime,
okay.
that they sold to
One of those things.
they
Oh,
sold to
yes.
somebody as something else, and it was like, whoa,
So it's a project with a project. With
Yeah.
yeah.
Somebody
It was-
borrowed
it was-
the name.
Yeah,
It turned out it was like the niece's cousin's best friend's
Yeah,
second
it was- yeah,
little
it was a
brother's
weird
uncle,
thing. It was
Yeah.
like a-
who was a fan of Sublime, is
they
playing.
ended up being
Who
a
was the neighbor?
Sublime.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Because I was like,
Yeah.
why are they playing at the Cedarwood?
Yeah, no, and it was funny. I showed up because I'm like, because Steve called me. He's like, hey man, so one of my old bandmates is going to be in town. I'm like, what? Really? That's kind of weird. I show up and it's a touring member of Sublime from back in the day, a touring member from Smash Mouth, and I'm like, what did you guys book?
Oh,
And it was
wow.
terrible cover versions of Sublime and Smash Mouth. I'm like, oh god, this
Yeah,
is bad.
that usually ends up in a lawsuit.
Yeah, that band is no longer around.
Yeah, I could have.
So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, let's reel this sumbitch back in here, Nick.
All right,
All right,
Rabbit hole in it.
I'm just saying.
Sebastian Bach
Yes.
Oh.
is going to be here in Grants Pass in less than 2 months. 2 months, almost to the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Got to put a time on.
Uh-oh.
For
Are
us,
you
it's
guys
like-
feeling it? Are you
For
feeling
us,
it?
It's like 2 weeks.
You know
It-
what?
it's
We
like-
always feel it. Really. It's almost an all-year thing.
What is the most difficult part of being of Boatnik for you guys? Like, if you have to pinpoint, like the most stressful day / event / and don't say the whole thing.
No.
One particular thing, because this is where we can rally up the community to come help out.
Man, we've got this thing so fine tuned that
Yeah, it's
and
dialed in pretty well.
all of
I
our
mean,
active club members are always just on top of it. I can't really think. I just know the times that I get stressed out. You know, when it's time to go pick up the band from the airport. You know, that
Right.
time.
Mm-hmm.
You
Are they going to want green M&Ms?
Yeah,
It's
you
like,
go in there and
Exactly.
you sit in the airport for 45 minutes to make sure that you're not late. You know, that's the kind of stressful stuff that I deal with. But
are they flying into Medford?
I believe so.
Okay, so we can want to stake out and get that selfie with Sebastian. We can just hang out at the airport. Oh, look, I just happened to be here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that show is going to be amazing. I'm really looking forward to John Cafferty because he never gets to the West Coast. It's very rare, and it could be his last time over here.
Yeah.
He's not a spring chicken. He's a
Yeah.
wonderful, wonderful guy, and that show I think is going to be insane. Saxophone. He's got 7 or 8 band members going on that stage
On a Friday
Saxophones.
night.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
And fireworks afterwards.
fireworks right afterwards. Somehow during the Piercy contest
It was
concert.
like literally right after.
As soon as he dropped the mic and said goodnight, the fireworks went off. It's like, wow, I could not have planned that better.
It was actually for him.
yeah, that's what I
It
told
was
him.
celebrating.
Those were for
Yeah.
you, Steven. Then just I walked off.
You're welcome.
Yeah, he was really a pleasure to deal with. It was kind of fun. I took him into a Circle K. He wanted to go into a mini market to get some cigarettes, and all right, we'll stop. And now that it's called Pinnacle 365, which is one of our major sponsors. And so I pulled in there and brought him in the band, and the 2 ladies at the counter were just in awe.
Yeah.
It's funny to see that. He's like, I don't know, yeah, whatever. So they ended up signing some bags and some other stuff. And anything people get their hands on.
The best part is you see these guys, but you meet them in person, and you're looking down at them.
Yeah, they're not very
He
tall.
was a
Yeah.
little dude.
Yeah, he's-
I was.
He's
my
a little
wife
short.
Was taller.
Yeah, he
But
was.
she's not tall.
He was a pleasure to deal with. He was fun.
Yeah, he was cool.
It's always cool when the artists are like really, really cool too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's we were talking about this before we started. It's such a bummer when you meet someone that you
Yeah.
loved growing up listening
Yeah.
to, and they're just like the worst human being you could possibly imagine.
Well, what was funny is Kent, our vice president, went up to Steven and goes, "Hey, Steven, do you remember this time when you punted this guy off the stage?" Steven just like, yeah, I remember that exact date. You were there? He said, yeah, I was in the front row. Well, now you know why I have brass knuckles attached to my microphone. Because he does. If you look at his microphone, he's got these brass knuckles that he holds onto. He goes, yeah, that was when I first decided to get the brass knuckles welded to my microphone. But he remembered it, and I thought that was pretty amazing.
Yeah.
It was, 35 years ago.
Can you imagine being, man, sometimes I wish I had that time machine and I could just be 25 years old in 1982,
Yes.
1983 or something like my big brother was, and see all these, go see Van Halen right after Van Halen 2 at the Roxy in Hollywood, or Motley Crue before they got huge. Go up there and get vomited on and say I was there.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm more like Nirvana, Soundgarden,
I got to
We
see
lived
Van
through
Halen.
that though.
I did. I got to see Nirvana in Medford right before
They
Kurt
went-
Cobain died. That was incredible. I was like 16, 17.
I didn't realize I came through Medford.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't think I was
I
here.
can't remember
at
who
the
they
time.
were with. It was Nirvana and I think Ted Nugent.
What year was it?
the
95.
I was here.
95, 96. I was
Yeah, I was
still in
here.
high school when they came through.
Wow.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
It was literally like months right before he died.
Man.
And it was such an incredible show. I remember Ted Nugent was okay, but freaking Nirvana,
Yeah.
just insane. They played at the Medford Armory.
I did get to see Van Halen live. It was unreal.
Nice.
Absolutely unreal.
You can go back in time. No, yeah, I'm going to ask the question.
Yeah.
What is one band you have not seen, living or dead, that you would like to see?
Slayer.
I saw Slayer
AC/DC,
3 years ago, made a
hands
vlog
down.
about it.
Yeah. Judas Priest.
Okay?
I missed those two.
Yeah, mine's AC/DC, hands down. That would be
Yeah, that would
Pink Floyd.
unreal. Yeah, that would be.
I will come out of retirement and do psychedelic things. And if Pink Floyd were to tour again. But they won't, so
Yeah.
children,
Yeah, I don't
Papa
think
ain't
that's-
doing any acid anytime soon.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever going to happen. Those
just
guys are back there.
anti-acid. That's what it comes down to.
My oldest son he's 17 and absolutely loves AC/DC. That's his jam.
Well, I love that, the
yeah.
fact that and my kid, there's like Stranger Things, they love the show.
Yeah.
And they keep bringing these certain songs back from the 80s.
Yes,
We got
right.
you got Master of Puppets, and then
Running
what's
Down-
not
Running Up a
Run Up the Hill.
Yeah.
Those two
Yep.
songs, they think it's new.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden he loves Metallica, and I was like, yes. I'm like, son, let me introduce you to
Yes.
this.
Listen to
That's
Here's
one
check
thing
this
with
one.
My kids growing up, when whoever drove got to pick the music, and of course I did all the driving, so it was always metal.
Yep.
But I never forced it on my kids. To this day, they listen to everything, but they still love metal.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah, my son was a drummer at Grants Pass High. He's 20 now. So he's big into drums, drummed for the marching band, had his own bands and stuff. And for his 16th birthday, we took him to see Hollywood Vampires at Brit.
Oh, man.
And
Yeah.
so he was really excited, kind of knew who the different players were. Matt Sorum was drumming for him, and I've known Matt for a while. So Matt actually took him backstage, talked to him about drums, Guns N' Roses, Velvet Revolver.
Yeah.
And he was just like, oh my God, Dad, this is so cool. I got to hang out with the Guns N' Roses drummer. Then he knew the songs. I'm like, oh, this is really cool.
wow.
So that was a pretty cool thing. Got to see Alice Cooper, one of the DeLeo brothers from
Stone Temple Pilots.
Pilots. Yeah,
My lady kissed Johnny Depp that week.
I didn't get to see that happen. I was there though.
I got pictures to prove it.
Yeah,
Johnny was not, you're gonna kick my ass, are you, buddy? Like, bro, she's coming home with me, man. We're good.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah, it's like we had Billy Idol. I lose my wife for the night.
Yeah, I'm learning more stuff. That I'm like, wow, really?
Hey, there you go, Billy Idol next year.
Yeah, I tried
It
to get
actually
him
got
last
brought
summer.
up, yeah, last summer.
Went after him last summer, and he exceeded his amount of dates that he wanted to do for the year.
Well, you pencil in for next year. That'd be a great show. I
It would be-
love
it'd be
me some
fun.
Billy Idol.
Yeah.
That would
Yeah,
probably
my wife happy.
That would probably be
Billy Idol,
standalone.
Lover Boy, Night Ranger,
yeah.
Oh, Night
Boom.
Ranger. Oh, yeah.
Night Ranger.
Most
I've had
definitely.
conversations with them.
White Snake.
Not touring right now.
Okay.
No.
Look at all these names that I'm just coming up with.
Yeah.
Cinderella.
You have to get Tom Kiefer on his
Yeah.
own.
Okay.
Yeah,
He's got,
yeah. You
8
don't want Cinderella as Cinderella is now.
Yeah, no.
It's not
Striper.
good.
Yeah, they're still touring.
Winger.
Still out
We
there.
just had that.
I know.
That's
Yeah,
one of the
Kip.
only
I'm like-
bands that is still all original.
Yeah.
He actually was in contact with
Yep,
them,
I
too.
talked to
Yeah,
him
you
too.
got.
Yeah.
I had.
You had Kip,
I
though.
had Kip. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to bring the full band in.
Yes.
He was freaking great. Like
Yeah.
that dude is awesome.
Well,
Yeah,
now that Whitesnake's not touring right
Yeah.
now, then Red
Yeah.
Beach has his own time to spend with Winger. They
Yeah.
got a new album coming
Yeah.
out too, and I heard the first song. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, if you can get Winger with Lita Ford, Lita was great. Like
Yeah.
she was a nightmare to deal with, but she was awesome.
Yeah.
Like when she performed, she was great.
Andy
but-
was telling me some of the stories. I'm
Oh,
like,
my
wow,
gosh.
I'm glad I did not have anything to do with that one.
Oh no, it was. She's not the worst artist I've dealt with, but she had her moments. It
I've
was-
been so lucky, knock on wood.
Yeah.
It's going to be just fine. Ladies and gentlemen, we are with Randy Fisher and Tim Lowe from the Grants Pass Active Club talking this year's Boatnik. Obviously, you know this because you've been watching and listening this entire time. And that's amazing. And we love you for that. And we appreciate you. And we really hope you're enjoying this episode live as we speak at the hall in Grants Pass. This place is pretty cool, Nick.
It is cool.
You can't see what's off camera,
This
but
is
there's like,
super cool.
I feel like there should be some swinging doors and cowboy hats and a smoke-filled room. A couple guys playing poker over there, some stirrups,
monsters,
and some gunshots going off
dirty
and whatnot.
hats.
You know, it just got that
Barry
old
Corbin
Western
at the
feel.
bar would be badass.
Barry freaking Corbin, yes. Oh, we get Barry Corbin out to do one of his things.
Oh, that would be cool.
You know, he'd totally do that. Be like a night with Barry Corbin. I know it's not a musical guest, but
I would
You
sit
know,
there and
that-
drink beer and listen to him.
that would-
talk
that would
about
be something.
Everything he's done. Yeah.
let's rehash one more time, gentlemen. Boatnik 23 dates, events, and where can anyone get information if they're interested?
Well, Boatnik.com is the best place to get all the information. We, on times, Thursday,
Thursday's family night. I want to say it's 3 o'clock,
So Memorial Day weekend.
but it's Memorial Day weekend. That's the best way to put it.
we're in the middle of
Friday,
still
Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
forming everything. So everything is all the stuff that we have going through our heads to do and all this stuff. So we'll have a schedule all printed out, and it'll be on Boatnik.com. And you can get your armband tickets through there. You can get your Brewfest tickets, your concert tickets at Boatnik.com. You can also get all of those things at the Josephine County Pinnacle 365s, which were formerly Circle K's. They will have all those tickets available as well. They have concert tickets right now, actually.
Oh, yeah?
Yes, they went on
Can
sale.
you? I'm sorry, I can better turn this dang mute. Apparently, something is
Wow.
happening at home with my son again, and mommy is blowing me up, even though she knows I'm in the middle of a podcast. Are there any meet and greet packages available for these shows?
Since COVID, that's a touchy thing. So I don't really know that until almost day of show.
Okay, fair enough. It's just
And-
hey, I have to ask the hard questions, man.
Steven did some last year.
Yeah.
And he was cool with it. He didn't care. Before that, there was no COVID, and Don was cool with having our VIP
Right.
because we have a lot of great sponsors that help us with these concerts. If it was not for them, we wouldn't have concerts.
Right.
So bottom line, you're not selling any of those. Just regular
No.
general admission
At
tickets
the moment,
Yep.
at
right,
Boatnik.com.
just-
Yep, at Boatnik.com.
All right, gentlemen.
And most of the time, if you become a sponsor, depending on the tier you're at, sometimes those are included with it.
Are sponsorships still available as we speak?
They are always.
They are. Yeah, we have our poster, which I just got printed, which is going to start going out everywhere. And if you sponsor now, the only thing you don't get on is the poster.
Fair enough.
Cool.
And that all those details are at Boatnik.com as well.
Boatnik.com. He is Randy Fisher. He is Tim Lowe. Gentlemen, thank you so much for coming on
Thanks for having us.
Dadcast
Thanks for
and
having
Yeah,
us.
thank
This
you.
was
talking
blast.
a little bit about being dads and how to handle my son. I'm really curious what's on my phone right now.
Why don't you listen
You want me to do
it?
it?
Yeah.
Okay, let's.
right.
I'll read the
boy.
text.
Sure, everybody out there wants to hear
I'll
it too.
read the text. Let's see here. Oh, she's still typing.
Uh-oh.
That's not good.
That's a long time to type.
Nope, I'm not going to read that one. On
Okay.
My son is supposed to go on a trip starting tomorrow with his uncle. And let's just say mommy is leaning towards not letting him go right now. And if she was smart, and by the time you see this, honey, it's going to be well in the past, this whole event. But we should let him go.
You should start.
So we don't have to
start
deal
that
with his
sentence
little
with
attitude for the
way
next few
you said
days
it.
and
If
give it
she-
to Uncle.
If she was smart, just say,
Yeah.
cut that part out.
Yeah, you
I've
edit this,
never
right?
ever lead with that.
You kidding? She doesn't watch my podcast,
Okay, good.
but she'll watch this one.
She will.
Yeah, whatever.
And then you're gonna be like, "Hey,
Whatever.
Can I get one of your extra bedrooms?
Hey, nothing's changed.
You'll get to meet
All right. Yes, finally. I'm in Grants Pass, and I want to meet his baby, and she's sick, and I
Yeah.
can't meet her.
Yeah.
I was
Again,
gonna bring her
everything
out
keeps
today,
happening.
but Yeah, she.
But again,
She's getting better.
we'll deal with that later. Gentlemen, thank you so much for coming on.
We need
It's
a
been a
part two
pleasure.
so we know what's going on with that phone.
Oh, as soon as we hang up, as soon as I turn this off, I'll let you know
We
what's
should have
up.
part 2 after Boatnik. To
Yeah,
kinda
there you
catch up
go.
And see how it went.
See how haggard we are?
Yeah.
Well, I can come and do a film. We could do one like literally during, like a live hands-on episode of Dadcast at
I can
Boatnik.
throw him
Yeah.
on the back of a golf
There
cart
you
and
go.
we can
I'll just
do-
put a GoPro on my forehead, and
there you
we'll
go.
walk
What if it
around.
came out Sunday right before Sebastian Bach goes on and kind of runs around and do the live one.
We'll see.
Yeah.
If you guys
We'll
are
discuss
okay.
that off the air. Once again, Randy Fisher, Tim Lowe, Grants Pass Active Club. Memorial Day weekend, man, it's going to be a fantastic 4 days of incredible events, boating, fireworks, music, golf, carnivals, food, beer, parades. And just all kinds of fun
Lots of
stuff.
people.
And it's
Lots of people.
the unofficial start of summer, in my opinion. Gentlemen, thank you. You're amazing.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you so
guys
much.
for having us. This is great.
To everyone watching and listening worldwide, wherever you may be and however you may be listening, thank you so much for your support. Make sure you like, subscribe, do all the things on the social media. And we, of course, will check you out on the very next episode of Dadcast. Have a great rest of your day. See you.
And also, check out our brother podcast, The Rockstar Dad Show with Jared and Gary from Bowling for Soup.
Yeah, what he said.
Yeah, that.
Check him out.
All right.
And special thanks to our one of my sponsors, my friends who built me an awesome gun, Redcon 1 Weapons out of Eagle Point.
That is an awesome gun. I saw it.
Oh, it is awesome.
I can't wait to shoot it.
We'll talk more about that in another episode. All right, see ya.
All right.